You know, for decades and decades, we had seen the sort of underinvestment or disinvestment from this area of town by every level of government. And I'm so grateful for everyone, especially our state legislators, the city councilors here, and everyone who's been a part of this. And there are a lot of folks who've been a part of this, but they're all part of standing up against that. We are now putting more dollars into our historic communities of color than we ever have in the last 40 years. So between the voters and the councilors and the legislators and the community and everyone in between, we have a new park at Wilson Park. Phil Chacon is up next. We have a new substation. We have new paved streets in that entire area of the International District. I just tinkered with things, and La Mesa's up next. And we also have hundreds of streetlights all over. We finally have landscaping on Central, and they just finished paving the road for the first time in like 20 years too. So look, we are catching up in the International District. And this is the granddaddy of them all. This is the statement project that says we are here for this community, we are investing in this community, and we believe in this community. That's what this library is all about. So I want to wrap up by also just saying that we want to acknowledge so many of the leaders who have fought so hard to see some of the things that I mentioned come to fruition. Some are here today, some have passed on. And we all share different memories in this community, but I do want to mention, as you walk around this facility and appreciate it and enjoy it, a couple of things that I think are really testament to that. Number one, there is a wooden dance floor. Anyone know why there's a wooden dance floor at the Caravan East? So we have the heritage wooden dance floor to pay respects to Caravan East. We're keeping the sign too as an homage to that. We're going to fix it up, of course. But it's a great remembrance of lots of good memories here. And we're going to speak in a little bit more depth about some of the other memories that we've embedded in this facility, but I just want to touch on them. One is we do have a room named after Councilor Garduño. But there were community leaders involved too, and there were so many to mention. But one who's not with us anymore, of course, is Reynaluz Juarez. So we've also honored her memory and legacy in just a small way by dedicating one of the rooms to her. As well as in general the Jewell family, Bobbie Jewell. And I think, is Tommy here with us? Or? Yes, awesome. There we go, oh, nice. So another amazing connection in the International District, a message of advocacy and leadership and African-American heritage right in this community. And so we're honored to be able to do that as well. And two last thank yous that I want to share. The Freedman Trust, well, their name is right there, but you know, we wanted to make something a sort of cornerstone in this library for, again, that international sort of multimedia and experience. And so the Freedman Trust gave us $1 million to do that. So let's give them a round of applause. And it takes those kinds of things. You know, we budget things. We don't put a lot of bells and whistles on taxpayer projects. And so we appreciate it when the private sector or the nonprofit sector, that's why we were able to add a lot of special amenities, including that reading room. So lastly, I want to thank every single Burqueño who voted for this, because this was on the ballot like 4 different times, and we finally got it done. Round of applause. Thank you so much on behalf of the city of Albuquerque.
But this project is a catalyst. It is a catalyst for East Central redevelopment. It is the marker that says the city is putting money here. Our neighbors matter. Your small business matters. We have the East Central Small Business Development Center, the International District of Wyoming and Central. We have this. We have new parks. We have new fire stations. We are bringing money to this neighborhood to show people that East Central is coming back and that this is where our next focus for our city is going to be. And so thank you all for showing them how it gets to be done and placing this marker as a catalyst for the next generation of what New Mexico and Albuquerque gets to be. Thank you.
Last, I want to promise to be quick that I just look around this room and man, across, when we talk about standing on the shoulders of giants, it's so true here. And everyone is a giant, whether before us or currently. Like, I've had such a blessed life to grow up here in Southeast Albuquerque, where I got to hear multiple languages. I got to go to birthdays for multiple cultures. I got to stand on these shoulders, like Rey Garduño. I was a kid getting access to so many of these people, and it was we're leaderful and we know what we want, and where else does the community get to decide what they want to call themselves and make sure it happens? Where else do they get to decide what their library is going to look like and where it's going to be and make it happen? So I'm so proud. I'm here as your commissioner for you. Please, thankful for this time, thankful for our leadership that made this happen, and thankful for all of your leadership today too.
We need a library because libraries are a crucial part of our education system. They provide books, internet access, printing, online services and databases, educational and literacy programs. And they've got staff to help guide you in research and finding information. And today, in our world, with the increase in disinformation, those resources and that staff are even more critical than ever. Libraries also play a significant role in financially strengthening their communities. There have been several studies about what's called the return on investment in things. In the case of a library, the return on investment is considered to be 5 to 1. That means that for every dollar that goes into this library, tax dollars and donated dollars, $5 comes back to its community. And that's in that $5. What is that? That $5 is in higher literacy rates. It's in better educational outcomes. It's in increased employment and income. So thank you to all the taxpayers who have contributed to this building. And every one of us, young and old and in between, are a taxpayer in one way or another. And of course, one of the most valuable things that libraries add is space. It's a safe space to learn, connect for all members of the community. So whoever you are, however you identify, you can come together with others every day in a public library to learn, share, celebrate where you live, who you are, and what you want to become.
This place is important because the International District has a higher than average high school dropout rate. Right? And we know that someone who hasn't graduated from high school is 10 times more likely to end up incarcerated than someone who has that. So it's important to be able to support literacy from early on to adults. So creating a space like this that allows and encourages people to read, to learn, to get engaged is important. There's a ton of potential here. This could become a place that serves as a support for folks who are unhoused, who are living on the streets, to come and get services, come and get out of the heat, and maybe spend some time reading, spend some time engaging with other folks. That'll depend on all of us. It'll depend on the service providers, how the libraries run, but we can do that, right? We have a large number of unhoused folks in our community, and so having a space like this may not seem like it connects to that, but just hang out at a library for a while and you'll see how important libraries are to our folks who don't have a permanent roof. It's a huge deal. And since the caravan floor is still here, some of that energy will probably still be around. It's an opportunity to build community, right? Look at all the folks that are here. Talk to somebody, introduce yourself to somebody that you don't know before you leave here today, right? Meet somebody new today, otherwise we wasted like $10 million. Really talk to somebody you don't know. That's one of the values of this type of place, is to always be an opportunity to build more community.